Sorry, good morning, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And I'm just getting set up so that I can see if anyone comes in and I can see any comments. So let's just get this. Says one person's watching, but that's probably me. Says one person's watching. So good morning if you've come in. Please say hello. It'd be lovely to hear from you. So there is a choice, so the people who are in early can choose. So this morning I'm going to look at the beginner's kit. I am going to organise a private Zoom class for beginners. So, but what I thought would be quite good was just to show the type of kits that we have available for them, and yeah, just see what y'all think. So just bear with me, right? Oh, okay. Hello, Tammy. Hope you're well. So I know there's a bit of a lag. I'm just getting myself settled down. I have had a holiday. I probably didn't tell you in advance, but I've been away. It's the sort of thing you don't like to announce on public Facebook that you're going to be away on holiday, so I just sort of slipped away. I've actually had 3 full weeks of Cuppa and Cards, so I'm hopefully back refreshed and ready to get going again. So there's I've got 2 of these new kits. It's Stampin' Up. I've got this new, they've launched this new idea which I think is fantastic. And they've provided these very good value kits. They're basically aimed at beginners, but I think experienced people are still going to have fun with them, because then you can go in and do alternative things with it. And you're going to have a stamp set. So this is an all-inclusive kit. You've got everything, you should have everything in it to make the cards the way they're suggesting anyway. Excuse me. So, I don't know, which one do you want to see today? Do you want to see a little smile card kit or no matter the weather kit? So if you're here, please tell me. A little smile is 1 and no matter the weather 2. Which one would you like to have a peek in? I will keep the other one for another day. So it's a good size box. Do you know just to pick up and go if you were going on holiday? You know, especially a staycation, but honestly if you were going abroad to a villa or something, you might want to take something and that just not take up much room in your case, and it's not they're not particularly heavy. So right, okay, number 2 it is, because Tammy was the first to request. You might be the only person here at the moment, Tammy. I mean, to be fair on people, if I've been away and no one's looking for me, and now we can get out and about a wee bit more. So I'm going to push this back. I see that I've not got my whole thing on screen. Hopefully that's better. Still not what a bit ski with. But see, when I try to sort ski with, it usually goes the opposite way. And then along that way a wee bit. That's better. Look, I feel better now. Right, okay. So I'm just going to, no I'm not, I'll use my snips to open this. I'd just like to say these are the best little scissors, and I've been crafting for a lot of years, but these snips that Stampin' Up sell are the best snips I've ever used. They're fabulous for everything. Just need to get the cellophane wrapper off. Not to worry, Tammy. So no matter the weather, let's have a look. So you get this box and you open up, and the theory is that you can start making cards right away. So I've not looked in any of these before. I've not really watched other people do it either. I just decided that I would. So look, we have a stamp set, and it's got, what's it got here? It's got sentiments. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sentiments. You've got 2 amazing clouds. You've got a sort of little splatter stamp. This one with a bit of texture lines, a heart, 3 hearts. Another one that's sort of like raindrops, and a little flower. What's not to like about that? That's really nice. Stamp set. We've got a basic grey ink pad. I'm gonna need to get this out. This is cellophane wrapped so that it doesn't get damaged. And then once we made them all up, we've got a box we could put in them, or we could use this box for mailing things to other people. I actually think these kits are a fantastic gift for someone, especially someone who's not done a lot of crafting and wants to have a wee try, or just a way of finding out if it's something you like or not. These kits are in the UK, they're under the £20 mark, so they are affordable. They're different. Some of them have stamping, some of them have no stamping, so you can choose, you know, what you like. And the thing is, you can't see them in the catalogue. You have to go online to my shop, which is JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net. You go on there and you'll see what kits are on offer today. So it's not a matter of you look in the catalogue, you see a kit you like, and then you go to order it and find it sold out. All you will see online are the ones that are actually available right now. And they are going to change them up as well. So there will be new ones coming out, and I do know that there are some coming out in line with the autumn winter sort of mini catalogue. So we've got a block to, which is stuck to the dimensional, so we've got a bit of a sticky problem going on here, but that'll clean off easily enough, and we'll just detach these dimensionals from this card. So you get a whole sheet of dimensionals. I don't believe that this will have happened on all of them. That's just been it's just had a wee problem in its journey. But we've got stamping, a block to put our stamps on to stamp with, dimensionals. We've got glue dots in here, which are great. So you're not going to need glue because you've got everything here that you need to stick. You've got your sticky dimensionals, you've got little glue dots that stick things together, you've got beautiful twine, a green and white twine, and some little beautiful embellishments like raindrop type things. These are gorgeous. I'm going to pop them back in here. No, I'll lay them out so that I'll have them. And then we've got our card bits and pieces. So these are little card fronts that we can add to. So we've got 1, 2, 3 like this with the wellies and legs and a bit of a brolly there. Then we've got 3 like this, so it's like this sort of stormy sky with the grass at the bottom. And then we have 3 like this, which I see as like puddles and sky. So that looks fun. Oh, not to worry, Helen, I sprung it on everybody. I kind of sprung it on myself. I haven't been feeling too great this week, so I left it to see how I felt this morning, whether I would do it or not. But hopefully I'll be back regular again. Hi, Anne Harrod. Good evening to you in New Zealand. So these are the envelopes. So we've got 9 envelopes. We're going to make 9 cards. So they've got different colours inside as well. We've got 3 that have got a kind of pink. And then we've got green and yellow. Aren't they superb? So I think that's shaded spruce, so saffron and petal pink. So they're nice. Oh, there's another one. And then we've got actual card bases here. I'm assuming 9, I'm not going to count them in front of you there. And then we have got all these little die cuts that are already coloured in. Look at the umbrellas with the the wellies with the, I don't know what you call these in different countries. And here we call them welly boots and some gum boots. With daffodils in. These are so sweet, aren't they? It definitely reflects British weather. All British people have to possess some welly boots and umbrellas. Pretty flowers, because the rain does make the flowers grow in a little rabbit. Goodness. So that's that bit. These bits. More card bases. And bits for stamping your sentiments and things on. Oh, thank goodness for that. I couldn't see any sort of instruction. And a good piece of cardboard, a good thick piece, if you make 3D things, it's worth keeping for making 3D items. Okay, so how good are the instructions? So we've got pictures here, and they've shown you how they've teamed up each card with which envelope. Oh look, fairly comprehensive, look. Pictures, no words, just pictures. And as they say, pictures speak louder than words, don't they? So let's just have a go. We'll just go to the first one. Well, just today, hi Linda, and you come. Just today, because what I'm doing is aiming this at beginners. Oh look, there's a handy thing. These instructions have got some measurements along the side as well. We've got inches and we've got centimetres. That's a wee handy addition, isn't it? Just need to check things. So, yay, 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 yay. Oh, so it's telling you to give your puddle some texture, and then you want dimensionals on the back of some gum boots or welly boots, a dimensional on the back of a rabbit, and a glue dot on the back of a heart. And then it's showing you to stamp. It shows you you've got your ink spot, put your stamp on your block, and then stamp onto one of the pinks, and then put dimensionals on. And then you're going to have a bit of the twine. It's showing you here to make a wee twist of twine. And pop that slightly under there, so yeah. And then you're going to pop that onto your card base with glue dots. And then you can put some of the little embellishments on. So do you think we can manage to follow those instructions? I think that's, you know, I think most people will get that as they go. So let's see. So which one is it? I need the one with the, what to me looks like the puddle. Hi Monica, in you come. So for any people who are watching now or on the replay who are in the UK and would like, you know, who've not done a lot of card making but you'd like to have a go, or you've got a friend that might like to have a go and you'd like to do a class together, I am going to be organising a Zoom class, a private class. And what would happen is you go onto my shop, you buy the kit, and then I'll invite you to the class and give you the Zoom link. So we'll be running several of them, so I don't need to put publicly what date that's going to be. I'll arrange that with people once they've bought the kit. There'll be, if you can't join one, you'll be able to join the other. We'll work it out as we go. So, I love these wee embellishments. I'll have to see how they come off. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I would normally be bringing in my take your pick tool, but because I'm trying to show that this can be done without other equipment. So this just lets you, so what I'll do is make one of each card, and then probably we'll see what we do with the rest. We might make some other items another day. So how are we doing? Oh, it's only 11:10, right. So I'm just going to open, well, I open this spot. I generally keep these spots because I've got a big basic grey pad. I do keep the spots that come in the kits and then give them as gifts to new people usually. So will keep that. But just imagine when I'm stamping that I am using that. Hey Vicky. Hope everyone's okay today. So I'm opening my ink and then it's telling me on the picture to give the puddle a bit of texture, I think. So this is this. So I think it just makes it look more like water. I do love a texture stamp. You got the seashell one. I've got that. I've got this one, and I bought the what's the other one called? A Little Smile card kit. But Tammy, who was on first, chose this one. I will do the other one another day. Whoops. So I figured if I make one of each card here, then I'll have the others left to do in class. So basically, I think it's just randomly stamp this in the puddle. But that's what I'm going to do anyway. At the end of the day, you don't have to follow the instructions exactly, but I'm just giving you a clue. If you're not a person, you know, if you're a person who likes to just follow instructions, then it's quite possible. Oh yeah, just gives the puddle some texture there. So that's that. Now, I didn't bring something to clean my stamps with, and again, if you're a total beginner, you won't have... Oh, the Little Smile one's got shells in. Good, good. Okay, so then I'm sure you've got a microfiber cloth in your house, and you can just wipe the worst of the ink off, and then you can just rinse this under a tap and then dry it and pop it away clean. Make sure it's like a lint-free cloth that you use so you don't get wee bits on it, that's all. So just pop that back just now. Then it's telling me to get myself... I absolutely adore these boots. I just think these are lovely. I love them all. I love everything that's here. So one of these cards will cover you for 3 cards, the die cut, so pop them out the way. So, and then there's a little bit in the middle here to push out. So the idea is that you know, if you buy the kit and book onto a Zoom class with me, pardon me, which means that anyone can join in. And what we'll do is we'll talk about, you know, you can ask me other questions. We'll talk about making up your kit, whichever kit you have, but then you can ask me other questions about Stampin' Up, about card making, about crafting in general. So, and yeah, well, of course we can have general chit chat too, because mostly stamping is about community. The biggest thing that Stampin' Up has brought me is lots of beautiful lifelong friends. Right, so I need to take, and again the backing comes off these dimensionals, a treat. So simple. I don't have much in the way of fingernails, and I find they come off fairly easily just with the edge of my finger. You can use your scissors, you can use a pokey tool. The block's fine. It's quite the block. It's the same as the blocks that come in the paper pumpkins and in the other all-inclusive kits that we've had before. Yeah, it's substantial. Yep. So therefore, these boots are just going to be sitting just inside the puddle there. And I've stuck them down with the dimensional, and see how that gives it a bit of lift, and it's just going to give your whole card a bit of dimension. Have you all got a cuppa? Now we're going to pop our rabbit, so he needs a dimensional, and the picture does show you put the dimensional up towards his head area because you're going to sort of overlap his bottom over the boots. I hope he's not going to do something rude on the boots. Oops. It's a jumping rabbit. So there you go. So if you overlap that bit, then the boots will keep him up. And then we need a glue dot there here. So again, if you just take the paper backing off, you're left with the wee sticky bit there. If you pop the thing you want to stick, hold that, and then when you peel that, that's now got a sticky bit on. So I'm just popping this above the rabbit apparently. And we're getting there, aren't we? So then we need, the next step 3, as you see, is to stamp. So we're putting a sentiment stamp, we're using Let Love Grow. So we're going to pop that on our block and stamp that onto one of the pink shapes. So let me just get, so it's all die cut, so these are quicker to make. I'm sure in an evening with a cuppa and chat you could make up a whole kit, no problem. Oh right, so New Zealand, parts of New Zealand having to be a bit careful. Oh, not so good again, isn't it? It's not getting better, is it? I'm fully vaccinated, and I had hoped that by the time most people in the UK were fully vaccinated that things would be, but to be honest the cases are starting to go up again, so just need to stay home and craft. I mean, we can go out at the moment, but you know, sometimes you have to think, do you know what I'm going to do with this stamp? Because it's photopolymer, when they're quite sticky at first, and when you take it off the backing it could stretch out of shape, so I pop it down and let it relax. Whoops, see what I mean? It sticks to everything, and then pick it up with your block like that, and then I'm going to just dab this in to the ink. I don't think, I just should have looked at that. So do have a look, make sure you've got an even coverage of ink. It's not looking like that's it. Sometimes actually it's better to practice the stamping on a bit of scrap paper first. But that's fine. Let love grow. Now I stamp, I've got this pad of grid paper, and when I'm using photopolymer stamps I sometimes lean on this because they've not got the foam that our other red rubber stamps. However, a wee trick I use for beginners stamping is, you know, you won't have all that, so you put an old magazine down and a bit of copy paper on top, and then you can stamp on that. If you've got a Stampin' Up catalogue, that's great for stamping on. Right, so who's watching? Because you need to watch, I'll lose things. Right, let's try and sort this little bit out that's gone a bit awry, and they didn't travel too well, this bit, so let's get rid of that wee bit. Because it's just going to annoy me, I need to tidy this up. Right, so get that bit, and let's just cut this and use it. So there's no waste on a sheet of dimensionals. You use all the bits that are around the edge as well as your beautiful hexagon shapes, and that slip, but yeah, we're okay there. I think I'll stick another single one here just so that this doesn't collapse, especially if you're posting it out. And these foam dimensionals are so light. Yeah, Wendy, so as I say, I'm planning some Zoom, so what we're going to call it is kit and chat. So we make up our kits and we chat together. So as soon as you have ordered a kit, let me know and we'll organise a Zoom. Right. And pop this on your card. There you go. Let love grow, and then a bit of the twine. So these cards, I mean, by the time you've made them up, whoever receives this, they're not going to know that you're a total beginner. I'm just going to just cut a wee bit of this. Did you, Wendy? I'll look forward to seeing that. When you say Antarctic blast, of course are you in South Island? I know I ask you all the time, Anne Harrod, but I'm old and I forget things. It kind of just shows you to do a wee sort of twisty thing here. It's not an actual bow, so I just need a glue dot again. So take the backing off. I've just kind of folded it back, try and get that all attached to the glue dot, and then we can trim it and take that off. Oops, and they're sliding it under there, and I'll just trim off the wee ends. I'm liking. So now, let's see if I can pull, oh yeah, you can pull the full glue dot off if you're careful, and then pop that onto the card. And then we'll pop this onto one of the card bases. Now they've just put 4, so if they think 4 is enough, then we'll just use 4. So your card base is already cut for you, and it fits the envelope. So you know how easy. Fold it carefully, make sure it's straight. Now if you want to burnish it and make sure your fold's going to lie flat, use the edge of your block. I know we've got bone folders and all those things, but this is, I'm presuming that this person who's bought this hasn't crafted before, so they don't have all those tools yet. And then I'm just going to pop this roughly in the middle, just eyeball it, hold it above where you want it to be. Now you could have stuck it down with dimensionals if you wanted to give it a bit of a lift as well. But given that it's got dimensionals already on it, it might just make it then too thick for normal post. I think at this it will go through as a normal letter in the UK. Oh, do you know what? Missed a step, didn't we? Need to take the backing off the glue dots. I didn't notice anyone shouting at me. Is anyone shouting at their device to say, Janice, take the backings off. Sticks much better when you take the back ends off, look. So there's card 1. I like. A lovely, lovely card to send out. I think they're nice just to send out just for no reason, just because. Just write a nice personal note inside, keep in touch with your friends. That's lovely, like. Right, so let's move on to card number 2. Liking getting hearts, even though I'm praising myself, but I do like to get hearts too. Okay. So here we go. This one is the one that's got the grass at the bottom, and we're going to add clouds to give it all a bit of texture. And it's just a matter of putting the clouds and just stamping wherever with our ink. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment onto one of the white circles. We're going to wrap some twine round a pair of boots, and then we're going to stick the boots on a card over the dimensional. So it is worth taking your time and looking at the picture thoroughly. Oh, I forgot to put dots on my... I missed dots. Yeah, I get Rogue is best for us crafters, but I'm trying to aim at people who are not crafters. But then I will be encouraging them once they've done one of each to have a go at doing other things. So these just come off with your fingernail, okay? And they just add a wee bit of glam and a bit of glimmer. Ooh, it certainly sticks to my finger. I honestly think I'd be better with my scissors. But I just want to show that you don't have to have every single tool that's going it right away. As you want to do more and more complicated things, obviously, you slowly add to your, what I call your armoury. It sticks to my finger beautifully. These are sweet though, because they're just so shiny. See, if I can do it with my little sausage fingers, other people can do it too. There you go. Love. Yeah, texture as well and shine and yeah. Okay, so that's us going back and finish card number 1. Let's do card number 2, which, yeah. So we need the one with the grass. Let's get rid of the others out of our way. I now have a kit spread all over the place, but never mind. We'll sort that one out. Right, so for this one we need the yellow wellies. How cool are they? With a sort of jacquard pattern on them. Yeah, I'm quite lucky. I've got the kind of skin that tans easily. I just like, it doesn't totally go away in the winter and then I just chop it up. But I do sit out every time I get a chance. So, and we need a round circle too. Right, so we need... And the nice thing here is you've got extras. So then if you've got some white card or any card, you can go in and make more stamps with, more cards with just your stamps and the bits that are left over. So that's kind of go about there. And then the flowers are going to go on top of your wellies, but you're going to tie some twine around your wellies as well. So yeah, that's looking okay. Clean off this last stamp because we're not using that one this time. Pop it back on here. I'm going to take that bit off just now because it does my nut. I think these kits are just great. Do you know kids could do them too? Do you know? I think the grandchildren would like these. In fact, I might send one to Australia to my wee granddaughter there. Right, no matter the weather, we're in this together. In fact, I might talk to one of my Australian friend demonstrators to do that for me. To actually, that would save me. So this is not what I'm supposed to be stamping right now, but let's just, since I've put it on, see I start blethering and thinking of other things. Right, as this one goes on the circle, so just tap, tap, tap. You don't push it right into the ink pad. Our ink pads, these big ones are made of foam. You're not so bad with this one because it's felt, so you'll be okay with that. But just gently tap. No matter the weather, we're in this together. Right, and let's clean that one and put it away, and then we'll start doing our clouds. I'm just thinking what fun to pull out. You know, if the grandchildren are here to stay and I don't want a huge mess, just to pull this out. And well, Amy's nearly 8, so she could do this unsupervised. Well, she's probably knows more about stamping than most of you guys actually. She's amazing. Right, so we're inking this up, and let's just pop some extra clouds onto the, you've already got a good lot of texture and mood in this sky. And the clouds just randomly, I'm not following what the person who made up the card in the first place did, just doing my own thing. 3 big clouds, and let's have some of the littler ones. Hi Christine, and you come, how are you? Oh, put my fingers in the ink. That, well, that's would be me back to normal then, wouldn't it? So just pop these littler ones. I love them. They really have got some good texture about them. And again, you could stamp on to your paper and then pop a cloud so that it's a bit lighter. It gives you different shades. And these stamps are quite distinctive, so it really is giving it a good old look of a stormy sky. So I put one there, and then another one up there, and then I don't know how this would just third generate. Yep, there you go. But of course I've got a line because I had done that one off, but never mind. That's fab. I like. And at the end of the day, it's my card, and if I like it, that's good. Yeah, I've just, my holiday's over now, Christine, so I'm just not been too great this week. Bit of a stomach issue going on, but you know, it's clearing up. So I did miss last week. I could have come back last week, but I just wasn't feeling grand, so I decided to just start all my live things this week. So hopefully I'll be back on live YouTube. I've been sending out some recorded ones that I had in store, so keeping in touch with you. Right, so I've stamped that. Oh, the next thing I need to do is tie the twine round here. So I'm just going to pop this around here and tie a little bow. I don't know what they've done, a little, doesn't really look like a bow to me, but I'll tie a bow. Not going to walk far in these bellies with a string tied round them, are you? Oh, my bow tie-ins left the country here. Well, do you know what? I might just tie it off. My wee sausage fingers and tying bows and twines, it's not really the best idea, but we'll try. Will we try once? No, we won't. We'll just tie a bow. We'll make it a reef knot. Just tie a knot. It'll look just as good. If you want to fitter about and tie a bow, that's absolutely fine. But look, it just looks just as good. I don't know if I want the end maybe just a bit shorter here. Right, and then we need to get the dimensionals out again. So let's one there. One there, and one there. There's even a wee diagram showing you where to put your dimensionals, which is actually quite handy because some of these pieces are going to overlap each other. You don't necessarily want them covered all over. Okay, so let's just... Now, how are we sticking? Oh, this is going on with glue dots. So again, just peel off your glue dot, pop it on, but this time remember to take the backing off it before you try to stick it down. I did have a lovely break, Christine, thanks. Yay. Ready for, I'm ready for another break though. Not necessarily from my stamping, but from the day job. Right, and no matter the weather, we're in this together. And then we'll peel it back and off our gumboots, welly boots, Wellingtons, galoshes. What else do people call them? Has anyone got any that I've got a pattern like this on? That's funny, Anne Harrod. Right, and then flowers. So take the backing off the flowers. And then just popping them over the top of the boot, so quite high up, so you're not covering too much of the boot, but you're overlapping it a wee bit. And then we need some of these raindrops. So on the last one I used the little round dots, this time I'm going to use the raindrops. And just randomly pop them in the sky. I mean, if you've got a pair of scissors handy, if you know, I know all you people who are already crafters, you'll have other things, but maybe you want to just use the point of the scissors to get it off and place it. I actually was getting better with my fingernail, to be frank. I've got 3. There's a few there. I don't know if you catch that on camera, but it really does give it a good old look. And then we need glue dots on the back of this. And we need a card base. So again, if you just follow the instructions, it really isn't complicated. Oh, you've got Coastal Cabana Paisley print on grey wellies. Oh, that would look good. Black with red rims. I've got navy with flowers somewhere. I don't. To be fair, because I've been working from home, things, I'm not really one for going out in the rain if I don't have to. So I haven't made that much use of them. When it's really nasty winter weather, then I use walking boots. So right, I don't know where I put my block. Oh, here it is. So again, it's quite good to just firm that crease up, so you can just use your block gently until you get round to buying a bone folder, if you decide that this is a hobby you're going to continue with. Oh, my strap's coming out. That's not good. Then we just pop 4 glue dots on the back of this, or as many as you like. You've got loads of them in the pack, but the 4 corners are enough. There you go. Then just flip the backs off. Well, make sure it's glued down enough so that the sticky bit stays on your card. There you go. Well, yeah, you're right, Anne Harrod. Hi Shirley, you're okay. We're just, in you come dear, we are just having a go at this no matter the weather kit. And see, I'm going to be offering free Zoom classes, well not really classes, but kit and chats to for anyone who buys these kits from me. So as soon as you buy a kit online, let me know and we'll arrange a date for a kitten chat. That should be fun. And if any of my demonstrator friends want to do one too, that'd be fab. You know, just get in touch and we can arrange a demonstrator one and we could then go off piste. So if anyone's up for that, then we could do that. So that, yeah, so that's this one done. Like, so there you go, another card. I think that's so lovely. Well, you can then, you could add, because you've got your stamps, you could stamp a wee flower or something, or a heart inside too. So that's the second card. So let's go on and have a look at the third card. So this is the third card, so it's telling us, so we're going to be putting lots of raindrops in the background, and then we're going to be putting this one with the straight lines to just signify our big puddle, I think. Then we're going to wrap twine around the whole thing. Then we're going to stick this row of wellies on with glue dots, pardon me. Then we're going to do our sentiment and put it on the card base and we'll be done. Dead easy. So, what can go wrong? Believe me, anything. But it's me. Okay, so we're going to have sort of textured water, I think. Using this, these wee textury stamps are really handy. Try and make it straight. And then oh, hang on a wee second because I can't keep up with your chat. Because silly me, my laptop is really old and I didn't put the battery, the plug in. That's better now, I can still see you. Okay. I've just not worked out. I do have an iPad which I use when I'm doing my YouTubes to watch myself. And with YouTube the chat stays there, but with Facebook the chat keeps disappearing on it. The clouds are amazing. I think I'll use them, as you say, with on other cards. They're just lovely. It gives really good texture. Right, so we're just going to pop a bit of water, I think. Let's just give it and then off. It's just stamped twice with this. It's just giving you a sort of ripply look. Right, and then we need to put some raindrops. Yeah, I think I'll be keeping those clouds too, Christine. Definitely be using them with other things. Superb. Now let's see how the raindrops work out. So we're just going to stamp some raindrops and then we'll be putting some of these shiny raindrops on too. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't think you can have this. It's obviously a very rainy day, so just as much as you want. Just to give the impression of rain. To just take your time or rattle them in, it's matter. Because again, the pictures are just a guide. If your card ends up looking different, that's alright. It's just some people like the safety of instructions when they first start, and that's fine. Okay, so we've not got our, so we need this, oops, got caught. So see, we've still got a lot of hearts left, so we could use them for, you know, whatever we want. Put them inside of cards, or make another card with hearts and a nice sentiment. And stamp. Right, and then just push out the wee bits between the boots. And then we put some, oh no, we need to wrap the twine around the card first. You really need to keep an eye on the instructions, Janice. Right, so start there, leave that bit dangling because I'm going to need that for tying. So wrap that round a couple of times. Might have done 3, but that's alright. A bit of extra for tying the bow. Just bring that down a bit. A bit there. Right, so we should do a bow this time, or we should not. Let's see if it, see what happens, yeah. Oh, that ends a bit short, isn't it? Let's just pull it in a wee bit, and then try and tug it tight. Oh, it doesn't want to. That's it this time, right. I quite like to splay the ends at one end just for interest. Right, and then we need dimensionals. How do you store your stamps from the kits? Right, you can buy the extra, the stamp boxes that we use, you can buy them, and you can then make a wee insert if you wanted to do it that way so that they're easy. I have an old, that's kind of what I do. I've got an old stamp case. I haven't put an insert in, but I just keep all my kit ones in there. So dimensionals, that's the backing off, and then what we need to do is we need to be able to look carefully. Well, maybe we need to pull that bow further round. Ooh. Maybe just need to tease that a bit further. That's it. Right, so what I need the wellies to be the green one over the green. There you go. They're cool, aren't they? And then we need a sentiment, and this time it's the blue kind of one with the banner end. And the sentiment that they're showing you on this one is, you are capable of amazing things. Now you've still got loads of other, well, you've not got loads of, you've got another sentiment here, wishing you brighter days ahead, which you can alternate. So you've got choices. I mean, we've not used the flower stamp yet, so loads to do. Well, there's some good advice, Anne Harrod. Right, so I am going to do the same sentiment as they've used, and I'm going to do you are capable of amazing things. And I'm telling myself that today. I was having some moments of self-doubt this morning. So, you know, about whether I could do, because I haven't done my live in a wee while. I had to give myself a wee talk, a wee pep talk. But that's okay. There we go. Now, because this is going to go here on the wellies, and because they're already on dimensionals, I think probably best to stick this down flat as they have with the glue dots. So we'll just pop some glue dots on. Yeah, the little stamps are fab. Right. There you go. You are capable of amazing things. And I'm saying I am capable of amazing things too. So yeah. Right, so some sparkly raindrops in amongst my rain. Have some over this side as well. That one went a bit squint, but I'm okay with that. Squint's okay for me. Rain comes in at all angles in a storm in the UK, so yeah. There we go. So that's that, and then we just need some glue dots on the back of this. I'm going to close my ink because I don't need it now. We're all amazing, all of us. Right. I have to say, do you know what? I am totally humbled and amazed by the fact that people come and watch me. Every time I come on, I think nobody will come, nobody will come. And you come, and you stay, and you chat, and we have fun. So I must be doing something right. There we go. And then just get the backing off. So anyone watching this on the replay, please leave me a comment, and if you like the idea of joining a wee Zoom crafting session, that way I can help you and give you any wee tips, any bits that you're not sure about. So yeah, I really am excited. The price point is really good. This in the UK, you're under £20 for every kit, so I think that's a fab way. I mean, if you go to a class or try out any other hobby, it's likely to cost you a good bit more than that. So I think it's, you know, a nice safe way to try. And then just aiming that roughly at the middle with a bit of white border around. And there we have it. So let's tidy up a little. Well, when I say tidy up, I mean shove everything to the side. I'm going to lift this paper off because I like a nice clean background to show you the cards, and then of course I'll photograph them. So we started off, and there you go, an hour. We've done lots of chit chat, and we've made 3 beautiful cards. Now you would soon get the hang of these. So this is the first one, Let Love Grow. And then the second one, no matter the weather, we're in this together. And then our third one, you are capable of amazing things. So what do you think, folks? As I say, do get in touch. There's lots of ways to get in touch. You can Facebook message me on this Jazzle Dazzle page. You can come on to JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. You can message me there. You can message me on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. You'll be able to get me lots of places. I'm not hard to find. If you type in Jazzle Dazzle, I'll come up somewhere. And as I say, if you want to know any more about getting started with card making or how to get onto my online shop, is JazzleDazzle.stampinup.net. And all these links that I'm telling you about, they are in when I upload this to YouTube, they're in the description box in there. I will be uploading this later on today. And hopefully this evening be on YouTube live at some point. So thanks everyone for coming in and speaking live, and thank you everyone who watches the replay on Facebook or on YouTube. I appreciate all of you and all of your support. Take care everybody. See you in the next one.